All right. Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Eric, and this is my beautiful wife, Liz. We have two children, Chloe and Zeke, and God has blessed us incredibly. Today, we're not going to share our entire story, otherwise we'd be here for quite some time, but you get a glimpse into a little bit of where we've been. Liz and I have been blessed to be married for 22 years. We were able to meet at Manchester College. And I'll go into a little bit more detail later on that with our kind of intro experience. But when we were married young, and we were both in school. My background is in athletic training and exercise science, and I went into physical therapy. So it took extra schooling, and which meant a shift and a movement of trust for us in our faith journey. And so as we were preparing for grad school, I had two schools in mind, and we've been praying that God would provide opportunity for us. And that opportunity was an internship in which they would pay for school at the University of Indianapolis, and I got denied. I was crushed. But so be it. It's all right. And I was getting ready to pay my tuition at Andrews, and again, money is tight, right? So I'm about ready to put money down at Andrews and go house shopping that weekend and get a call. Hey, guess what? The grad assistant who had accepted the position is now backed out. Would you be willing to take it? Literally, the day before, we sent the money in to go look at houses then, too. We found a place in Indianapolis. God led us there. Not only did he lead us there, we were praying that we'd find family and friends because we were completely uprooted with nobody around. We came across a church in Southport. And we met many couples there, but one couple, believe it or not, the wife of the couple was named Liz. Elizabeth Ann. And my friend at the time was named Eli, born same day, same year as me. So cool. God plugged us in. God gave us a small group of different ages and just taught us and encouraged us and moved us into meeting with the youth at the same time. And that was our first introduction of serving together in the church. And, during that time, God also paved the way for the significant changes in our life. So Liz was she's a teacher by trade, and when we went there, we struggled to get a job. She was working to support us in the midst of that, but God opened the doors, and she got into the school system. And just continued to make way there. While I was in school, I lost my dad between my first and second year. It was in November. December, one of my other classmates lost his mom. January, one of my other best friends lost their brother. It quickly became very apparent that God had put all of these men there for a specific reason. We had Bible study together. We grieved together. And we learned together. And it was just so neat how God provided in that moment. And then we fast forward a little bit, and we're getting ready to graduate. We had prayed that God would allow us to have a child, and man, his timing was perfect for us. Chloe came a month before graduation. I was doing my dissertation and changing diapers simultaneously. And I had also met somebody from St. Joe, and I had an internship while I was an undergrad with, who came to the school and said, hey, come and work for us, which brought us back to Plymouth. Now, when we came back to Plymouth, we were at a church for 14 years. And over the course of those 14 years, we served, we taught, but God was stirring our hearts, and it was tough. It was tough because we had lots of friends. We had made so many connections there, and for me, I was held there by the people and not necessarily what God was doing. COVID happened, and it gave us a natural break. And God allowed us to be able to see other opportunities, and we came to PCC. And I think for those of you who have been here know everything that's happened over the course of the past 3 years, and God has provided greatly for this congregation. It's provided greatly for us in our faith journey and continues to provide for us in the future. And so I just thank you guys all for being here, for allowing us to share our story of how God has worked in our lives. And I look forward to being with all of you for as long as God allows.